Hello everyone, welcome back to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. On this channel we discuss everything British royals as it pertains to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. If you haven't been here before, welcome, 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 welcome. I am so glad you're here. Take a moment, won't you? I would love it if you subscribe. It helps me in the algorithms, and if you like the video after watching it, consider going ahead and liking it, sharing, and maybe subscribing and being a commenter. I'd love you to be part of this tribe. This is a new channel. I've only been around for 7 months, so it does take time to grow, but with your help and continually putting these videos up and showing the light where there's darkness in these corners, together we will not allow Meghan Markle to even run for presidency in the next election, because that's where this is going, folks. And today I'm going to just show you how things slowly start. We're at the precipice of where Meghan is going to start to roll this ball towards a presidency run. And will we allow that? I don't think so. Not just us, but so many of us. And before I get started, I just want you to know that in this crazy time, in this weird world that we are in right now, this really funky time, I've been feeling like I have little energy, and that can happen to a lot of women and of course men, to go to your doctor and get a shot of vitamin B12. They used to do it all the time. Why? Because it helped you. It helped raise those low levels of vitamin B, raised your energy. It's strictly energy. And when he went to his doctor went on to some other topic like sleep study, and my husband's like, what? And then my husband told me, that doesn't make any sense. In the old days, you could just go get a B12 shot at your doctor. I want to say I've had mine for a while, but at least 3 years I've known about this company, Vitamin Vape, in the description box. And let's move on to the video. Meghan Markle is teaming up with Michelle Obama, Priyanka Chopra, and more for the Girl Up Leadership Summit. Now, in this leadership summit, Meghan is going to be a keynote speaker. That's hilarious. But she just signed on with this agency. And although she's had other opportunities since being married to Prince Harry especially, she has spoken in front of large groups of people. That is an asset to anybody because it shows that you can command a crowd. Now, I'm not sure, I wasn't there, so I'm not really sure if Meghan can command a crowd. However, she has that on her CV. She did acting and she's done speaking. It is something to be proud of. However, she's talking to the Girl Up Leadership Summit. I'm thinking, what is she talking to these girls about? Is she going to talk about how you become a B-list actress, make your own money, and somehow get in with the right people, and they introduce you to a prince, and you marry him, and you can become a keynote speaker? What she's going to teach them. Because I really want to know. I don't think I'd want my daughter to be a young girl listening to this type of rhetoric. Now, she's thrown out feminism completely. She shows up for it, but she doesn't walk the talk. And that is a big concern of mine. Would she make a good president if she doesn't walk the talk? I'm going to say, oh, hell no. And if I had like a sound buzzer or something that could go along with my, oh, hell no, I would put it on you right now. You think, but later on this month, July 13th to the 15th, she'll be on this video virtual call. She's been doing a lot of these lately, and now again I want to interject right here and say that we have heard, and I have showed you in previous videos, and if you go in and look in previous videos, even in my Royals Under Parody, one of my playlists, you can see other videos, I believe, if they're still there. You will see other videos that talk about how Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and some of the other royals are already detained. Some are already arrested. Now, we haven't heard that Prince Andrew is going to be arrested, but he's already been questioned. They are hot on his tail. he has to either hide under a rock or, I don't know, transport to another planet. So that's my problem with this, is that we need to understand Meghan Markle is a keynote speaker and it is virtual. This lady is making money in a virtual atmosphere. She doesn't have to get out of her door. It's awesome. We all should have a job like that. Hell, we all should have a job where we get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars and we don't have to leave our house. We can be in our pajama bottoms. So Meghan Markle is really speaking to these girls about and I wish I could hear, because I would think that they would have something really interesting and in-depth to say. I found it interesting how they used Michelle Obama's name along with Priyanka. And I'm thinking Priyanka hasn't had her name mixed in with Meghan for months and months. You remember last year, Priyanka was supposed to be Meghan's bestie, and that last year or the year before, Michelle Obama had sent some type of advice to Meghan, but then it was reported that it was an email that she, went back and forth with Meghan. That's not meeting the First Lady, the former First Lady. And we also know that Meghan has also had dinner and shared a table with J-Lo, right? We've heard about that. So they signed on with this agency, the Harry Walker Agency, who happens to be the same agency that Oprah Winfrey's with, Hillary Clinton's with, Bill Clinton's with, Tyler Perry's with, Alex Rodriguez was with, J-Lo is with, and some other political people. Well, let's take a look. Let us take a look. Here is the Harry Walker Agency homepage, and just showing just a few of their people. Let's see, Lisa Ling, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Stacey Abrams, who was for a minute going to run for vice presidency, but for some reason hasn't been named yet, or I don't think she's going to be named. Alex Rodriguez. I believe this is Lin-Manuel Miranda. We have Tyler Perry down here, people. Do you see the connection? Do you see the connection? Do you see the connection? It's apparent that any time Meghan is out in public or she is linked up with another big name star, it's apparent that she takes up and emulates what they do. Surely Oprah Winfrey has told Meghan and Harry to go over to this agency. I find this interesting because you really can't blame Harry, because he's been a prince all his life and he has not needed to have an agency represent him. So we must look at Meghan Markle and her involvement and her influence, if you will, over Prince Harry. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle dined with Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez in Miami. And they did this when they were at the JP Morgan sponsored summit. Now, they spent some time, you remember this, it was in the all over the internet that these two bumped into each other. They sat close next to each other, so they chit-chatted and what have you. Well, they called them an A-list couple. I would say Jennifer Lopez is pretty much a star. She has done everything. She has her own show. She started on the comedy show. I forgot the name of it. But if you remember it, leave it in the comments. And she was a dancer and choreographer. She became an entertainer. She's a full-blown entertainer. She does movies. She sings. She dances. She performs. She is legitimate. Alex Rodriguez, he started as a ball player. They're both Puerto Rican, and they happen to sit next to Meghan Markle. Now, I don't know that Meghan Markle and J-Lo make any type of sense in terms of friendship, because Meghan, to me, seems very unauthentic. but she seems unauthentic, but she seems like she's always trying to make sure she appears authentic. Whereas I think J-Lo is aged well. She is already authentic, and she certainly is more attractive and more talented than Meghan will ever be in this lifetime. But I don't think I would see these two as supportive of each other in terms of in the real world. See, Hollywood works as what can you do for me and what can I do for you? Okay? It doesn't work any other way. It doesn't work like normal friendship. Now, again, if there's any type of normal friendship, then obviously, one would see that and know that, you can see that bond in friendships. You just don't see it, just like you didn't see it with Beyonce when she formally met Meghan on the red carpet of Lion King in the UK, and when Prince Harry decided to pitch his wife to Bob Iger of Disney. So then you see Bob Iger has gone on to, I guess, bigger and better things thereafter. And that's when Meghan was also doing some voiceover work. So we see one hand washing the other, and it doesn't look authentic. It doesn't look authentic. They've taken a authentic, simple concept of befriending somebody. Like in the old days, you'd meet somebody you had an affinity or similarities with, and you would invite them over, and you both liked gardening, or you both liked shopping, or you both liked painting, and you would do that together, and that became some type of friendship. That's what these people take, and they magnify it, and it's not in an authentic way. And so that's why we see Meghan is now with the Harry Walker Agency, where she gets some help from people like Tyler Perry. And he is going to be a virtual speaker now. And you also see other people like Alex Rodriguez. And here's Serena Williams. So yes, I forgot to mention that Serena Williams was also with this agency. So people, what have we learned from Meghan, and what are we pointing out here in this video? That Meghan tries to take what other people are doing, and she likes to do the same because she's lost and she doesn't seem to know how to make a poor situation better all by herself. So she looks to the people who are doing quite well. Matthew McConaughey. Not that she's looking at. I haven't heard that she knows Matthew McConaughey. I'm just mentioning the name. Alex Rodriguez. She has met him, according to news reports. Serena Williams is supposed to be such a good friend of hers. And so we see that these people are helping, and we wonder why. What's it to them? I mean, it's not a kickback, but it makes you wonder. Oprah Winfrey has been said to advise Meghan in the past, or Prince Harry. Jane Goodall recently had a visit with Prince Harry, I think it was in February. Michelle Obama was said to have emailed Meghan and shared some advice. Hillary has tweeted to Meghan some kind of support, in a show of support. And again, Alex Rodriguez and J-Lo have dined with them and have been seen, I'm assuming, at this JP Morgan event in Miami again earlier this year. And don't forget, Meghan and Harry were pictured at Lin-Manuel Miranda's Hamilton. So I will see you in the next video. Just food for thought. What do you think? Isn't this funny how all this stuff is linked together? And so we now know nothing is authentic. And so again, will this person be supported in the future election, the next election, not the one coming up this year, but the future election? Will she be a candidate that you'll vote for? I'll see you in the next video.